Hello again and welcome to my world. I am Dominick Santora. And I don't know about you, but I'm just loving it, watching all these liberals throwing each other under the bus. Hillary threw the entire Democratic Party under the bus, and Donna Brazile has recently returned the favor, admitting finally that they rigged the primaries against Bernie Sanders. Tell us something new, Donna. And Hillary is getting a lot of heat on this Uranium One deal with Russia, where she pocketed millions of dollars on the deal. I'm waiting for her to say, I was drunk at the time and I have now chosen to live as a straight woman. You think Weinstein humped Hillary? Is there anyone out there Weinstein hasn't done? And Hillary was willing to put out to get a high-end job at a law firm. I would say she'd have no problem getting on all fours for $1. Harvey! Woof, woof! You're my kind of gal, Hillary. The left has turned into one big punchline, and that includes Antifa. How did that civil war go for you guys? Not too well. Less than 50 people turned up in Texas, and you clowns didn't do anything you promised to do. Especially down in Texas, because you were not only met by the police, but also by Trump supporters armed to the hilt and ready to rock. You were outnumbered by Trump supporters. In San Francisco, barely 100 showed up, and nothing much happened there or anywhere else. Your civil war lasted as long as they thought the actual civil war would last. And really, when the actual civil war began, the North thought it would only last a month. And they thought the blood that would be spilt could be wiped up with a handkerchief. The only thing that needs to be wiped up the day after Antifa's civil war are liberal tears. I guess a lot of you did not have your parents' permission to go out and protest that day. Because that's basically what we had. A protest. Not a civil war, but what some described as a pathetic protest. You guys accomplished shit. You should have stayed home and played your video games that day. Because everyone knew you were coming. Not like when you first started out, nobody was expecting you and the damage you were going to cause. And the innocent people you would assault. There was no rhyme and reason to your actions. But now, people are ready for you. And now, you're just so timid. You tell everyone to resist. And then when people stand up and resist you, you fold. It kind of reminds me of this bar fight I once witnessed. And I have found myself in the middle of 3 bar fights in my life. One I just sat back and witnessed. Another I was one of the principals in. Another I ran from. Or tried to. Some of you might notice this little red spot on my forehead. That's the result of being bounced off the corner of a pinball machine. I'm not going to tell you you should see the other guy, because I didn't even see the other guy. That was the one I was trying to get away from. I almost made it out the door. That was the worst one. 5 guys walked in, and they were already high on something, and you just knew trouble was brewing. My fault for not leaving before hell broke out. I hung around just to see what would happen. And I'm reminded of that mistake every time I look in the mirror. But the one I witnessed, that was the funny one. Because one guy pulled out a knife. And the other guy just looked at him and said, I'll never forget this. He said, I hope you know how to use that thing, or I'm going to shove it up your ass. And the guy with the knife did not know what to do. You could tell he had never been in a real fight beyond fucking around with his friends. The other guy did not cower or beg for mercy. And the guy with the knife didn't know what to do. That's Antifa in a nutshell. You come off all intimidating, but the minute someone stands up to you, game over. You clowns are one-dimensional, no clue beyond Plan A. And that's why your November 4th Civil War failed. And even if your master, the one who finances you, George Soros, gets his way, you think he's going to keep you around? Really? You're just pawns in the bigger game. And if your master sees a need to off you, just like Stalin, he won't think twice about it. You're a bunch of mindless fools. Thanks for stopping by and for tuning in. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until we talk again, I want you all to be well and enjoy life.